want to say I'm so happy to see it's a great turnout. I wish there was a little more, though, but we'll get there. A survivor of domestic violence who has been victimized 2 times. First by my New York City retired police detective husband, and then by the system. Is a retired New York City transit police detective who maintained a strong kinship with Morgenthau's office and members of the NYPD. Additionally, his father and his father's father are retired New York City police detectives. As was reported by 48 Hours on June 5th of the year 2000, domestic violence cases are rarely filed by the police departments all across the United States when the perpetrator is a fellow member of law enforcement. This, as they reported, is problematic across the United States, but what 48 Hours failed to report is that the police are guilty of a crime more egregious than covering up domestic violence within the force. As in addition, oftentimes they cover up child abuse. Yes, that's what I said. They cover up child abuse. Can you imagine that? The mother, a survivor of domestic violence, her child is being and has been severely abused by her former husband and his new wife in every conceivable manner, physical, sexual, and emotional. In order to protect this pedophile, the NYPD, in collusion with the Administration for Children's Services and the Legal Aid Society Juvenile Division, had the child's apartment door broken down and her child hauled off away from her loving home in the Upper East Side to be placed in and out of cruel and abusive foster care, no care homes for 5.5 years. This was done for the purpose of preventing the child from testifying against her abuser. The mother's former husband repeatedly raped and sodomized her child since the age of 5. Her child didn't reveal the sexual abuse to the mother until after mom served this pedophile with divorce in the year 1995 on the grounds of cruel and inhumane treatment of them. That was after the mother caught dad masturbating in bed with their child in the child's bedroom, and guess what? Mom's got photographs and the original negatives to prove this is not a fabricated story like the court system tried to pretend. Knowing of his connections with the city government and fearing no action would be taken is why she took those pictures. To make a long story short, every player involved in this egregious case has seen the photos, which cannot be disputed. Experts from Bellevue Hospital found the child's rupture to her hymen. Another separate psychiatrist reported to the court that the child is absolutely telling the truth. We have the photographs, the testimonies of all these doctors, and other evidence, including the child's report card, which showed a dramatic increase in the child's grades after the abuser was completely out of the house. We have tapes of the father, tape-recorded conversations of him talking about his visions of killing the mother. We have taped conversations of him speaking to an attorney, saying that he wants to deny paternity so he doesn't have to pay child support. And the attorney says to the father, but you'll lose all visitation rights. And the father goes, I know. We have all this. But Judge Helen C. Sturm from the Manhattan Family Court gave this cop custody of his child, and there was never even a custody hearing. There was never a custody hearing. She took the child after 5.5 years of suffering in and out of many different foster homes and just gave the cop custody. By the way, Judge Helen C. Sturm was a former assistant district attorney and a criminal court judge during the same time this cop was a detective working in and out of the DA's office and the criminal court. So do you think maybe there's a kinship there? The child is now 16 years old, and the mother is forbidden any contact without any explanation. The law guardian in this case is Ronald Eli Richter, the head law guardian over all the law guardians in the Juvenile Division and Family Court. Now, don't you think it's strange that Ronald Eli Richter, the law guardian appointed for this child, has seen those photographs and had no problem giving the father custody? We need your support in getting this case exposed for the purpose of rescuing this child and every child from family court, because this case, this particular case, proves they're not making mistakes. And it's not that, well, maybe the judges really think that the mothers are lying. No, this case proves they know what they're doing, and the law guardians know what they're doing, because they saw the photographs of a man masturbating in his child's bed with his child in her bedroom.